The reason why Andrew feels the ability to say whatever he wants to say is because no matter what happens, he still has Tristan.
It was me. Yeah, it was the first time I met Andrew. It was actually here in Las Vegas. It was down the road from here. And it was a question I had because I was using the war room in a lot of ways to help me deal with guilt and suppression. And so I'm like, okay, he says, like, I want to know what it is that makes him feel confident and comfortable saying certain things that are hard to say, but actually very, very, very true. And dude, we must have been like this close.
Yeah.
When I asked him that, just how the conversation, the room was kind of crowded. We were kind of having our own conversation together in a crowded room. And I said, what is it? And he looked me dead in the eye and he says, no matter what happens in this world, I have Tristan.
Wow.
And that was very powerful for me. And in a way that made, I think, he and I closer over time. And so I know that they could take all my shit down tomorrow, or something could happen to my business or anything, and I know he would have my back, and vice versa. So I think that's a very powerful thing, and that's why I think brotherhood is so important in so many ways. And I think Andrew taught me that in a way that I had known before but forgotten, because I was thinking to myself, right, it wasn't even that long ago. When was I most happy in my life other than now? College football.
Yeah, there you go. I was about to say same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you have this, all you're doing is lifting weights, trying to hypothetically take over the world in some way. Nobody's telling you what to do. You get to be big and be strong, and you can call it toxically masculine and all that, but you were loyal. You had people six. You were on a mission together, and women would come and go, but that wasn't the main focus, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And in a lot of ways, I feel the same way now. It's just the goal is a little bit different.
Yeah.
So guys like that, they have nothing like that in their life.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, no, you bring it, like I said before, the guy who keyed my car, I was like, I'd rather be the person get my car keyed than the person out there keying a car. For me, the happiest point was the 11-hour missions over Afghanistan. Like that was, to me, because I'm in there with the crew and we're just telling jokes and the boom operator falls asleep and we draw dicks on his face. Like that was the camaraderie, dude. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Those are the fun times, man. But that is really interesting. And then also the other part was the idea of just the pickup artists in general, like not really being able to back up some of the things that they're saying. I usually, for me, I said this before, I'm not misogynistic because it's not just because I love women. I'm not misogynistic because it's a bad game.
Right.
It's actually bad. It actually doesn't work. And so that's the reason why I do that. And I see a lot of pickup PUAs, and they're like, so much of what they're doing is let's teach these girls a lesson. And I'm like, I'm not here to teach nobody a lesson, man. Because here's the thing, right? When 10% of men get 60% of the right swipes on Tinder, what do you think it was like 2,000 years ago? Right. It's the same way. Nothing's going to change. You're not going to change it. I'm sorry, incels. Sorry, MGTOW. You're not going to change it. It's just going to be like this forever. So join the club, like be part of that group. Can you talk about this before? Because I have heard you say this before about, you said it in your AMA about PUAs, about what they've been doing.
Yeah, man. So to me, it's not the individual PUA itself that I have a problem with. It's the problem I have is telling men, particularly young men, that there is a cheat code that it is not required to build yourself, your body, your finance, your competency, and yourself as a human being. And that there is this other pill on the side, which is some sly words to a woman, most often words that are probably going to make her feel less about herself.
Yeah.
In order to manipulate someone into sleeping with you. It's hollow. It's going to leave you absolutely wrecked. And it's not healthy for you or the woman particularly. So to me, I don't like to talk about things to say to girls to get them to sleep with you, or like make videos particularly about picking up women. I like to talk, when I talk about women,
or brag about how many women you sleep. That's another thing. Yeah,
that's lame. Like, dude, if I have to run around and tell you how many women I've slept with, then I'm probably not even sleeping with women, because I don't have time for that shit.
Yeah,
I really don't. If you were this in real life, you don't feel insecure enough to tell other men that you're sleeping with all these girls. Like, dude, I actually do it in real life.
Yeah.
So when I talk about women or about creating a better relationship with women or making women like you, it's very often tied to something that's going to make you a better man, not something to trick and manipulate the woman. And I think that's my issue with PUA in general. So if there's a guy out there teaching how to get women, I don't have a problem with that particularly. It's the pickup artist. It's the only art in pickup is the art of picking up yourself. The end. That's it. So that's how I feel about that subject, man. I think it's broken for the man and broken for the woman.